Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Thursdays. With me tonight, we got the Commas Dons and the most canon of the canons.
Evening.
And we got plenty of stuff. You probably know what I'm working on. I'm working on this golden red dude. I'm not sure what it is, but
it's really Iron Man.
And man of iron.
Man. Look at the wonderful crimson color the Crimson Dynamo came out with.
That's awesome, man.
Whatever they did, whatever else they did, the color is spot on.
I remember last Friday, Quinn had one of those in his shop, and it was the last one, and Matt was like, "Hey, hold that one for me. I'll be there tomorrow."
The Crimson Dynamo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we got Quinn in the house. We got greetings, my friend. Hope everything's all doing well. Yes, sir. Hope you're doing well too, Quinn. We got Peg Zero Dad. Good evening, lads. Good evening, sir. Late night for you. Name of Hill. Hi, everyone. Jeffrey Torres. How y'all doing? We're doing good. Oh, Anthony Diaz got the first fam of the night. We gotta go. Where you at? I'm lost.
Family.
Lost.
We got so many. Got my nephew and howdy. Hello, everyone.
I'm gonna give you a blanket, yo.
I'm gonna be working on. I got this prepped on on Sunday show. Ready to start painting. And I'll be painting the arm as well. Shoulder. Got the hips. I need to put some more tape on bottom. Luckily the paint was dry. I put tape on the bottom to hold from the alligator clips. And this one, tape let loose. Paint was dry though, so it's all good.
I think this is how Thanos moves his fingers to control his space throne chair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. Go away. I'll also be working on the toga again.
Toga.
I guess I'm gonna kiki this homeboy's knee. It's pretty floppy.
I'm back in.
He's not wanting to stand it.
This prime head I painted up a while back. I was way back and I've been working on touching it up. Ordered some replacement paint bottles. I wanted my last batch of good mixed testers. I gotta strain it. It's starting to get those little chunks in it, so I can't get my paint good and smooth. So I gotta filter it out and transfer it to a new bottle. So I ordered some bottles and bundles and strainers, so I can clean the paint up, make some extra life out of it. How I'm gonna miss the each one below.
Oh, junk. So he's got all his accessories. He doesn't really have any accessories. They're just hands.
I need to work this a little bit more. Thought I was done with that, but nope. I gotta do a little more grinding.
That's pretty smart. The way they did their the mask. So they can put like 4 or 5 masks in here, but it's only one head.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good. Other than this knee, everything's pretty great. Wouldn't you agree, Cannon?
What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad we can agree.
Yep. What am I agreeing to?
I don't know what we're talking about.
I love it when you're coy.
No, I really don't know what you're talking about.
So coy.
Like, I didn't hear you.
Although his head is really good.
I still don't know what figure you're talking about. I was agreeing.
I don't know what we're talking about either.
Was it Crimson Dynamo?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Crimson Dynamo?
He's got alternate faces.
He's got alternate faces.
You guys are killing me. No.
Is it slowly?
No.
Slowly, we figure it out. What now?
It
Are we all talking about three different things?
Rapido.
Oh, we get that is my next project after I finish up this Thor Buster, Quinn. I'm going to work on your Space Ghost. This one's been kind of dominating the project right now. This monster of a figure.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah, that's my bad, guys. That's my bad.
It's been a fun project. And I get this fixed up. I can knock out your Space Ghost for you.
I gotta hop back and forth between projects a little bit because I get tired of working on something and then I don't feel like I do as well on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I gotta take a break from it and then come back to it and look at it with new eyes.
That's exactly kind of what I do with my customs.
Well, like, because you get too exposed to it because you've been looking at it for a couple weeks, and then you're like, okay, I got to take a break and see.
That's why I asked y'all to check out what I was writing thing too. It's like I look at it so long, like I can't tell if it's good or bad.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know. Dogs and cats living together.
Yeah. All right. Look at the goofy way that these little
Chime? Way these goofy things chime?
Okay, see the way these little ovals here are set out all goofy? Whose thumb sticks out like that? This would be the thumb right here. Whose thumb sticks out like that when they're like trying to type on something? Nobody's. It's more in line
with problems.
It's more in line with the rest of the fingers, like this over here. So if these are supposed to be like some kind of control system for him, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It don't make no stinking sense.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. You're gonna
have hitchhiker's thumb after like 3 minutes of using this thing.
So would you like be holding your fingers like this, try to use it the other panel?
Yeah.
Instead of just a natural palm down.
Yeah. Yep.
So I get decent direct hunters for a good price. She was missing the staff and knee pad. Managed to splice the weapons and sculpt the hand and use the other handle from a different figure. What you can do with the D-pad too, if they're mirrored, if you have any like the thermoplastic, like the blue stuff, you can make you a push mold out of it and make you a new one. But, well, speaking of, I got this. What? This is a push mold I made of the Wonder Woman symbol. And there it is.
So he's got this hell of a gripping hand. What's he gripping?
What's who gripping?
Never mind.
The what now? Who now?
1025. 1025.
That's what I was afraid of, though. When I was freeing it up from the torso, it broke, and it got the edge of the W over here. So I have to make another mold. But it turned out nice, though.
So how would you shorten a figure that's too tall?
Cut it off at the knees.
Well, I've done it in the past. I shortened the Marvel Select Colossus before, and I was able to basically cut the lower legs off, reshape them, basically, and reinsert the hinge pin, and made it look seamless where you couldn't even tell it was ever done. But that's where it all depends on like where you're going to shorten that. Like with the parts for Sunman, I was able to shorten those boots up by like collapse them, hollowing out sections, and we'll collapse it down. Because the Masterverse figures got those extremely disproportionate long limbs, and I made it work on the Hercules body. There's different ways. Depends on how the figure's constructed.
I'm thinking I can just recess his knees up into his thighs a little bit.
What's his articulation like?
Single joints, swivel at the joints.
Oh, okay. Can I see? Put him up closer to the screen. Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you cut him right across the top of the boot cut and lower the boot down?
I was thinking you could go into the feet too.
Actually, what I was thinking, are those pieces on the shin a separate piece?
No.
They're part of the sculpt?
Yep.
If those were separate sculpt, it would have made things really easy.
Yeah.
Then you can just take them off and then
cut them down and slide them back over.
Yep.
That would hide your seam. You wouldn't even have to rework it.
It wouldn't take very much. A head.
I'll have to ponder on that when I get mine.
You got one too coming?
Yeah, I got one pre-order on Amazon.
Has there ever been a Crimson Dynamo toy?
You got me one.
Wasn't there that Build-A-Figure?
That doesn't count.
That you didn't say that. You didn't give any qualifiers there.
Yeah, and there's been a 3 3/4 one.
You didn't say.
Yeah,
there
were
been a
3 3/4 ones. That's right. They did.
You didn't say has there ever been a good Crimson Dynamo before.
Even that's not enough of a qualifier. Oh, sorry there, Mandarin. Let me stand you back up and back you up.
Back it up. Back it up.
Get out of my way. So, as I was trying to go to sleep, I had a couple of good ideas on how to get that looking the way I want it to look without it being obnoxiously in the way.
Anthony Diaz has seen some customizers use the Walmart acrylic paints and say all they need to do is water them down a lot What's your opinion on that?
How does watering a paint down affect the binder? Doesn't that make it not bind as well when you water down the paint?
It's like this stuff right here I got from Michael's. I've used it, and I have thinned it down and used it, but it's not my preferred thing to do. It is cheap, but personally, I would recommend just getting dedicated, like modeling, like paints. Like you got your Pro Acryls, you got your Mr. Hobbies Aqueous paints. Those are water-based acrylics. You got the Mr. Color lacquers.
I'll tell you like this.
Tamiya lacquer.
Just starting out and you're just starting painting, absolutely go for it. But
yes,
you'll very quickly outskill that paint.
That's it. You spent that is much more eloquent what I was trying to say. It's not going to be
good starter paint.
It's good starter paint to learn techniques with, thin it down, but it's not going to be very durable. You want to use that stuff for like on cheaper figures, get like a lot of stuff off that, learn painting stuff. If you can learn to paint with that stuff, you can definitely use the good paints. Space Ghost.
Space Ghost.
3813 is in the house. Evening, fellas.
Space Ghost.
He sent me his Zero figure. I'm going to be fixing up the body for it in turn. It looks like mine.
Where's my Zero figure at?
Did you send me one?
No. I can't find mine. I ordered it a long time ago. I ordered two, and I can't find either one of them. I put it in a box someplace, and so right now I'm working on.
It's very safe wherever it's at.
I'm working on doing some rearranging, and it's in a box.
Oh, I totally understand because I've misplaced my chromed out Silver Surfer. I put it in a box somewhere. That and the Obsidian Surfer, they're together, safe somewhere.
Yeah. Well, one of mine might be at work too, so in a drawer.
So did you take it away from yourself at work?
Yeah. I was like, this is a professional institution. Can't have that paraphernalia on your desk. What are you thinking?
Ooh.
Well, the good thing about having ideas is that they don't always work out.
Crap.
Whoa. What the heck?
That's what I said.
Well, Dom, if you're listening, sorry, bud. We're going to do something else.
Oh, he's going to send you the He-Man.
Yeah, he said he was going to send it to me next couple days. I asked him if he needed help with that huge ass posting bill. I hate to him spend that much money just to send me a man. I am too old and too fat to be dropping things.
It's like when you get to a certain age now, shaping up, it's like when you drop it, Should have ordered another one.
Yeah, just Amazon another one. Actually, I have 3 of these things. I had to grab the other one, but too lazy to do that too. Yeah, so I hate that he's gonna spend all that money. Not letting me give it back to him.
That's dumb. Let's see.
So I got to make this look extra good. Hopefully he's not listening because I have started working in Circuit Cut to get this emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can buy some shiny gold heat transfer.
Superman's taller than Wonder Woman. Barda's bigger than Superman and Wonder Woman.
Barda's bigger than Superman?
Yep.
Yes.
That's a big lady.
Barda's like 7 foot tall.
She is a god.
Anthony Diaz, I personally use testers and use Vallejo now paints, but I was wondering if those paints really held up. But I'll stick with my model paints. Yeah, they're fine for certain things. I have used them for like dry brushing a little bit.
But if you're not a beginner, man, just
if you've already been using the good stuff, you don't want to start using that.
Yeah, you don't want to walk backwards.
Only reason I have it because I was looking for a certain color, and that's after testers went away.
As a matter of fact, I have some of that cheap paint, the apple barrel paint, made by testers. You'll see.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
You'll never guess where I got it.
Dollar General.
Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware.
I didn't know they sold hobby paint.
I didn't either. It was on the. I was happening to be walking by looking for a plumbing fixture when I was trying to fix my shower, and I happened to be over there by the clearance. So I thought, I'll look see what they got in clearance. The dang old paint was in the clearance. So I thought, yeah, I'll buy it.
That's because nobody else knew that they sold it at Ace Hardware either.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah, I think this bottle of gold paint's about dead. I got another fresh bottle.
Now I'm using up all your good paint.
It's mostly gold.
Well, that's what paint's for, is to be used, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna be able to repay you.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody ever had Vietnamese food before?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had for dinner tonight. It's good.
Sorry.
Oh, that was good. It was good.
I don't think I had a good experience. I had some kind of soup that tasted like swamp water.
Yeah,
in fact, it may have been swamp water. I'm not sure.
That is faux. It's a faux place that we go to, but we get like this pork sandwich,
Oh, that's probably a lot better.
Oh my god,
I'm not a fan of pho.
it is so good.
And
So good.
But you know, everybody's entitled to their own.
I usually go to like a curry place every week, and I didn't get to go this week.
You like the Mossaman curry?
There's a Himalayan curry place near where I work at, and they got my go-to every time I go there is sweet and spicy pork curry.
Yeah, I like the Thai food place, the Penang curry that they got there. I like that.
Mm-hmm. There's a Thai place I used to go to a lot. Their cooks are so inconsistent. You can order something other, like you get the heat levels are never consistent when you ask for there's like mild, hot, Thai hot, and I ordered a hot one day, and they brought me out a Thai hot. It's like, which I eat it, but damn, you can't hardly taste it because you sweating and drinking your soda so fast.
And then you'll remember what you ate for the next 3 days. Because it will remind you.
Man, I eat spicy stuff every day.
Well, I love spicy food.
Do you eat Thai hot spicy stuff every day, though?
Hell, that sandwich I just ate was spicy. They put some... I know the pepper. It starts with an S. So
Serrano?
Probably.
That's not hot.
No. But it's very similar to it. I mean, it's not like habanero, but it's like it adds a nice little punch to it.
It's a red pepper.
Green.
Is green.
Yeah.
Is the shishito.
That sounds right. Let me look it up.
Sometimes a hot East Asian pepper variety of the species Capsaicin annuum.
It's so hot I got choked up before I was what he's talking about.
It's one of those things. I know it when I see it, but I can't. I have trouble with names.
What toy company is in New Jersey? Is that Four Horsemen?
New Jersey? No, they're in Big Bad's in Somerset. So they are the ones that are in.
Cracked open my fresh bottle of gold. That's brushing on so much easier.
It says New York, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Sorry, not New Jersey. I'm sorry. I know there's a difference.
No, it's all the same.
I don't live there. I visited once or twice.
You heard it here. Cannon said New York, New Jersey. It's the same thing.
No, I said it's not the same. Actually, I don't. I went to Manhattan. Because it's New York, New Jersey, and Brooklyn are like all right near each other.
Yep, all the thing.
I feel like there's an entire state between them.
Jersey City, Brooklyn,
Like,
New York.
My state.
We talk about. I'm sorry, not New Jersey, Jersey.
Boise.
Yeah, that.
I know I bought some.
Okay. Also, I just want you to realize that that's New York and New Jersey. You know, if I'm going to go home to like my hometown, I have to drive further than it would be to go from New York to New Jersey, and I'm still in the same state. So,
Yeah.
I'm not. I just think that they're suburbs of each other.
Oh, it's all these people from in Europe. They're like, America's not that big. It's like, America's bigger than entire Europe. So, yes, it is.
America's huge, bro. The entire country of South Korea is the same size as Idaho.
Yep. Their states are bigger than most countries. There's like, when that I like that guy on Instagram. This British guy living in America. It's like he's always defending America. Now he's been here. It's like people like America's asking if I live near London. It's like 45 minutes away. Yes, that means you're near London.
There's a reason why we measure it in the amount of time it takes to get there,
Yep.
as opposed to miles.
I've commuted 2 hours to go places before, just like before my dad passed away, and before I got like before I was hired full time at my job, like years ago. I commuted 2 hours both ways. Well, hour 45.
That's like going to a different country to work.
Yep. When I went to college, my commute was an hour at minimum.
So about some in stock sale from that 4 Horsemen,
Mm-hmm.
Did they put a disclaimer out that they just wasn't going to ship it?
What?
You still don't have it?
I ain't got a ship notice.
You haven't got a shipping notice?
No, nothing.
That might have been what I just received on the one that I ordered a while back.
I got a FedEx notification, and then like an hour later, I got another one. So I thought it was the same one, but I went and looked at it, and they were 2 different ones. One for today and one for Saturday. But the one on Saturday is from Somerset. So I know that one's my big bad. So I was like, oh, well, maybe it's the 4 Horsemen. That's the one that's coming today. No, it was my my drugs. The VA.
You might want to clarify that.
Medicine.
Yeah, medications, not illicit materials. YouTube.
From the VA. The VA always sends it through the USPS, so it coming FedEx was kind of whack, but it has to be cold, and that's the reason it came in FedEx. Please refrigerate immediately, is what the box said when I picked it up off the front porch. But I'll tell you right now, it was cold enough outside that I didn't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. My psoriasis comes with those refrigerated packs. What drives me nuts is, what do you do with all those styrofoam packs, like boxes they send it in?
Melt them down and make stuff out of them. Use an
27
acetone.
degrees this morning. What up?
Make napalm?
I said make stuff.
You said melt it down. You said melt it down with acetone. It's like,
yeah, make stuff out of it. Well, I mean, eventually the acetone will evaporate off and it'll become hard again. I didn't recommend napalm. I do not recommend making napalm. That is my official statement.
If you don't have a lab or a process, I don't recommend making anything like that.
You know what? It was really nice out today.
No, it wasn't.
It was 62 degrees.
45. This morning, it was 27.
It's kind of nice here today.
Well, I'm not talking about this morning. This morning, it was like 32.
Yeah.
Let's see. The coldest.
No, you're right. Little Falls, New Jersey is where the studio is.
Hey. I wasn't crack.
Newfield to NECA as well. It's New Jersey.
I don't order stuff directly from NECA because there's stuff.
Oh, yeah. Newfield and New Frontier Wonder Woman was taller than Superman. Huh. Oh, is that animated series? Animated movie, I mean? When they had Lucy Lawless do her voice. I don't like when they changed up like Wonder Woman being big Barter's the big female warrior. That's cool. Like Wonder Woman is big, but they don't need to make her bigger than Superman. Big Zero. Have a good night, sir. Appreciate you stopping by watching us.
Thank you.
I need to get back to work on the Wonder Woman for him.
United States is a huge landmass. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's huge. It's not something you really run across until you like leave the country and you're like, well, this ain't bad at all. I want to drive through the entire country in a day.
You look at like the railroad maps in Europe, it's like you could drive faster than this. Most of those countries are like we can walk across. People are like Americans don't walk. Yes, we do. We can't walk state to state.
Not across the whole country. I mean,
I live.
People who've done it.
I live like a 25-30 minute commute from work. I can't walk it. Walking up there for a day. It'll be time to quit, turn around, come back, and want to get there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Heat up my blue stuff and make a new mold for.
So how much does this cost?
$5.
It's
what is it?
20 pounds. 9 pounds and 20 something.
Beef? Gold? Candy?
And it's called Black Death. It's like supposed to be like this most sour candy ever. It's a thing that my son and I do.
Eating some sour death candy, huh?
Yeah, we stare at each other when we eat it to see who makes a face first. I would love to sit here and tell you that I'm the undefeated champion, but I am not. It's gotten to the point now where like any sour candy that you could possibly think of just are not sour to us.
I used to love Altoids used to make these really good like lemon sour candies, those little metal tins. I'd love to have some of those again, but you can't find them no more. I'd offer them to people like crack cocaine. Hang some over here. It says,
clarification, he wasn't actually offering crack cocaine.
No, it was rock candy.
Family.
Get the thermoplastic heating up. Doop, 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 doop.
Well, that might be. They only ship to the United Kingdom. Ow. My feels.
Oh, get somebody from the United Kingdom just to walk it over here since they think they can walk everywhere.
I know it. Let's see what Amazon says. Mr. Sim. Black Death Mega Sour Candy. What up?
I'm not trying to poke any fun of your friends at the UK. I'm just talking about these weirdos that think the United States is tiny. They've never seen the United States, and they think Americans are making it up. It's not that big. It's called facts. It's called a map. Check it out. You can fit the entire Europe inside the United States.
They spelled extremely with 2 E's, 3 E's.
That's a lot of E's. I don't think that it compels me anymore to buy their candy, though.
Extreme. Do they spell extreme with an X or an E?
Yes. Has all them letters in there.
Does it start with an X?
Intense. Yeah, Japanese extreme, spelled correctly, super sour lemon flavored 3-layer intense candy challenge. Yeah, why not?
I've never understood the whole Pocky thing, the Pocky chips.
Oh, they're just like candy coated pretzels.
No, the like
The hot ones.
The Pocky challenge with the hot chips.
It's like
Well, it's like eating dirt. It's not. It's just
spicy.
hot. Yeah, it's hot, but you're paying $20-some for a single chip.
Yeah, you're marketing stuff to kids, so that they can do things that are goofy, but not like, probably not life-threateningly dangerous.
Probably.
Likely.
I mean, it's it's less likely that you're going to die from that than inhaling cinnamon, doing the cinnamon challenge or something stupid like that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That is. Or the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
at least it gives the kids an option to do something that's fun, quasi risk taking, that's relatively safe, but might also teach them not to do dumb stuff in the future.
Back in my day, it's called natural selection.
Yeah. This is true.
Then the parents get all upset because their kid choked on a missile, and we lost all the fun stuff. I was like, little Timmy should have known better. We're gonna need a new Timmy. What's that from?
Dinosaurs.
There you go.
I have a brain for pop culture references.
Say it. Say it. We're gonna need another Timmy.
So, is that where South Park got? No,
That's Kenny.
Kenny, not Timmy. Timmy was the other offensive character on South Park.
Yeah, the one you can't ever understand.
Because that narrows it down. That whole show's risque.
Putting it mildly.
Well, what was the name of the first episode they ever made? They ever aired?
Is that the one with the anal probe?
Yes. Yes. Cartman gets an anal probe.
I'll be right back.
I laughed so hard at that episode, my face hurt.
I think that comedy needs to have, it needs to have the license to be a little bit irreverent. I think sometimes we take ourselves a little bit too seriously.
Yes. Please don't take yourself too seriously. So why not just use this?
Why not using what?
So this material is a lot thicker and it is a lot better for what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
This fabric looks right. I was like, well, I'll just sew it to the top of this one and it'll look right.
Name of Phil's asking, does anyone have the new cartoon He-Man or the TMNT Master Universe figures? Yes. I have both.
How are they?
I haven't opened them up yet, but they're Origins figures, so they're good. I like the sculpt on the new Filmation style He-Man. They're all new bodies. They're not just reusing the Origin stuff. They are new bodies.
Are they new bodies?
Yeah. I got
what I heard was that they were new bodies.
Yeah. I heard that too.
Yeah, I heard it just now. My
Somebody
source is
told me.
very, very up to date.
Yeah. Very reliable source. Believe that.
So we call that a recency fallacy. Just because my source is newer doesn't mean it's more credible.
Frodo, what's happening?
Maybe fallacy is not the word I'm looking for. Recency bias.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna.
Kung Fu Po.
You know more
Hey,
about that. than I do.
Don, what's the big wolf creature looking figure underneath the toilet paper?
Toilet paper. That's his jacket, sir. I just can't get around to making it.
It does kind of look like toilet paper on the screen. And there's like a white roll down near your camera that looks like it might be more toilet paper.
It's fabric.
No,
No.
closer to the camera.
Closer to
On
the camera.
on the
there's a
left-hand
roll.
side of your mouse. There's a roll of something that looks like it could be toilet paper.
It's probably a roll of string, but it's blurry.
It's a measuring tape.
It's tape. Measuring tape.
Okay.
Great
It's-
mugga mugga.
We should just hide stuff in
But that is the William figure, right?
I have a little
Yeah.
box. It's full of stuff.
That is the William figure, correct?
It is. It is the veteran William, the white version with the chainsaw and the puffy vest.
I bought this on eBay, just thinking I can use it for parts, but man, he's tiny.
Yeah. He don't
What is
scale
that?
very well.
It's like a movie,
Man.
movie verse, like Titanium Man, and
Oh, it's like some kind of weird version of the Iron Spider or something.
it is super tiny.
That's why I thought it was.
Yeah. Yes. This is not a big figure. And he towers over it. This is about like a 5-inch scale figure. Yeah, let's see what the calibers say.
The truth. Usually. Painful truth.
152.2 millimeters tall. And that is 5.97. He's right at just under 6 inches tall.
So he's more back when they were using the true scale, huh?
Well, I wouldn't even call it a true 6-inch scale because he's not even 6 inches and he's wearing a suit of armor, so he's probably like a 5.5. If you want to be technical about it.
Never. Technically, you're right, and that's the best kind of right.
Otherwise, it's kind of a decent figure other than just being super tiny.
Nobody knows what that's from.
I wasn't paying attention to what.
Technically, you're right, and it's the best kind of right.
I can't place it.
You got me. I'm no good
Drama.
at pop culture.
Futurama.
Yeah.
It's kind of not fair. That show has been for. It's got so many references.
It's so good. It's like, you know, a show that I begrudgingly admit is funny and good is King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, begrudgingly, I like.
Yeah, man, I hate that. I hate that. I like that.
You know what's horrible though? They're talking about bringing it back, made for a modern audience.
Oh God.
No, the only way I'll sign off on that is if it's the original creators. I mean, we see what happened with Velma.
Yeah, that show was awful.
I didn't watch that either.
Don't waste
Really?
it.
Not even. It's you could even really consider it even a Scooby-Doo show. Well, there's no Scooby, and none of the characters are who they are.
Well, yeah, that's one of my big problems with.
It's surprising that WB would allow such a show to even like get made, but just craps on the original material. Absolutely craps on the original IP.
I've always heard that no one sets out to make a bad show. It just happens because of studio involvement.
Anthony was asking, where did you get the William at?
The eBay.
The eBays. Bombus B is another good place to get stuff like that. But Anthony Diaz.
The eBays.
The Kung Fu Pose is not bad, brother. About to call it toilet paper.
Oh, I don't let little things like that bother me, man. Don't worry about it. I don't care.
Up Proto so they can relate to King of the Hill. I tell you what, there, man, that dang old man, that www.com, man, that internet and next chicks, man, that's really, man. Have you seen the modern Beavis and Butthead? I have not. I heard it say pretty true.
Don't start that.
Now, for Proto, would you give you an idea of how close to be? Judge voices a lot of the characters for both shows. The thing is, like with the King and the Heel, they are talking about retooling it for modern audiences. That's what I like to. I don't know what this deal is about. Trying to make things. They're Texans. They should act like Texans.
Why does it need to be tooled for a modern audience?
Yeah.
Why can't it just be good?
Everybody's roasting Hasbro over that horrible acolyte figures. Everybody's like, I even put like on like a future coming to an Ollie's and Ross's near you.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. He says, I'll get them from Ollie's.
They are
sad but true, man. Sad but true.
Nobody wants that show made by the woman that would get women for Harvey Weinstein, and they're not like how aggressive she is. But she got people for Harvey Weinstein to assault. That's who your like go-to person is to make a new Star Wars series, right? Good job.
Okay, I like it. Sorry, Dom, you're not going to get the stretch pull. Did someone say sash? Don't mind if I do.
Maybe my audio isn't
come with a lot of heads.
Were you talking?
I didn't hear anybody say sash.
I said sash. Sometimes I feel like nobody ever listens to me.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just out here all by myself.
There's a difference between not listening to you and having hearing trouble in my elderliness. I've been around for a while.
I thought we all agreed you were the youngest one at the table.
No.
I tell you what.
I'm older than dirt and twice as gritty.
I'm older than sand and twice as gritty.
Did he just try to steal my older than?
Salty as the Dead Sea. People float in my water.
That just sounds unsanitary.
You know, I'm thinking just the width of the tape here.
I'm still thinking about getting the 3D printer.
I'm telling you, once you get one, then you won't have to wait for me to ship stuff.
Nobody will ever leave you alone ever.
I'll just be aggravation is leaving now. So, hey, Cannon, can you model something for him?
Just change my reciprocating decorative modeling practices, so that whatever you make with what I make, then you have to make one for me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
then I can just focus on the modeling, and I won't have to make my own stuff anymore. I can just, wait until you decide you want to make a project, and then model stuff for it, and have you make me one of the same.
the Kung Fu Po customizing some more extra classified Joes. Watching you guys, really loving this. Thanks, you guys. Oh, pleasure. If you ever want to come on and hang out with us too, give us a shout out. We're always cool. Like to hang up other customizers.
It's the community.
Yes, sir. That's the whole point. So, like, what we want to change up the whole dynamic about customizing where things used to be is like where nobody would helpful share, and we'll help anybody got any kind of questions whatsoever. We'll glad to help out.
I want you to make your own capes. I don't want you to buy anything off of GPS lots. Man. So there was this Facebook, right? And I know that's the problem from the word go, Facebook. But this guy posted this picture of a sweater, and he's like, hey, does anybody know where I can get this? And this one guy says, hey, that guy made it. And then I commented below it, and I said, that specific picture item was made by this guy. So if you want that, contact him. And he's like, oh, I went on eBay and bought some like stuff off of GPS lots. So I sent him I posted a frowny face, and he's like, why? What up? What's the matter? And I was like, I don't know. Why don't you pay the artist instead of the guy ripping him off?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been back on Facebook since. I mean, I'm not friends with the guy, the artist that made that thing, but we're friendly. We've chit-chatted a few times back and forth, so I'm more inclined to be like, go buy it from that guy. Don't buy the knockoff version.
Yeah.
But, people would rather save $5. I guess technically you can't be upset with that either.
Technically, you can be upset with whatever you like.
Yep.
What if
bullfrogs didn't bump their butt when they were hot?
Wolverine never received his adamantium? What if Wolverine never was captured into Weapon X?
That'd
probably be a good story.
So that's what stuff like that is what the old what ifs were good for back in with the comics. The Disney Plus series What If, they don't get that. Their what ifs are like weird. They're like they have no spirit of the original what ifs show.
They're trying to tell a narrative story with it.
Yes, they're trying to make it like a universe.
And I would rather it just be.
Should be like an anthology, like what if, like, hey, what if they stop Thanos at the Infinity War, or what if they didn't stop him at Endgame, or whatever.
What if the super soldier program that Captain America was involved in happened in Australia?
Yeah. Well.
Would he be called Captain Australia? I bet his name would be Bruce. Isn't that the super stereotypical Australian name?
Dundee. We have a super soldier crocodile Dundee, man.
Bruce
That's
Dundee.
not an Infinity Stone. That's not an Infinity Glove. That's is an Infinity Glove. I love Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo. I watched Captain Kangaroo growing up.
Yeah.
Kangaroo Court.
It would be Captain Kangaroo.
Ooh, what if Wolverine got vibranium instead of adamantium?
Didn't they already look at that, like in the actual 616, where he could make his claws hot? That was something to do with vibranium.
That's when he got resurrected. I don't know what it was. I didn't read that.
Something about his adrenaline or some nonsense.
He just wanted a hot meal.
Hot mess.
I do like those Pro Acryls. They go in really smooth, like testers. The other one at?
8:38.
Yes, it is.
Out of time.
Oh, you got to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Boo! Hiss.
The next 3 days.
I got to work tomorrow too. I got several meetings.
Yeah. Get to work with Sleepy on Saturday, so that's always fun. We have a standing pool as to what time he'll go to sleep. It even has odds and everything. Man. So I'm coming off of my other medication to take this new medication, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I have to wait a couple of days and let it clear my system. I'll tell you, I have been hungry hippos today, boy. I have eaten on my house, out of house and home. I ate like 4 times today. One. I usually eat once or twice a day.
Ooh. This was so disappointing. They made him so small. Dude, more than likely the only time we ever get a high evolutionary, and they made them too small.
Yeah, nothing be, exactly right. They can't sell you another one later.
He's one of those characters they won't do again.
Oh wait, you know what? I printed that thing out. Where's?
I do need to heat it up because this shoulder is frozen. One of the ones that got cheap, so I don't really care too much.
Oh no.
David Fields, the best what if stories is Wolverine became Lord of the Vampires. What if Captain America led an army of super soldiers? WW2, and follow up with what if he found the Avengers. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not much.
What you guys working on?
I've got some more paintwork on some of the gold parts for not the last parts. I got to do the hips too. Another leg and arm for Thorbuster. Got to crack open a fresh ball of gold. This sucker's taking a lot of gold.
Yeah, that looks pretty good though so far, man.
Crack open a cold one.
I got the coat of silver on the hips. I got to put one more coat on them, then I'll hit them with the red, then I can peel the tape off and do the gold. It's coming together. I put for the string, I hit the waist piece with some clear. That should finish up the clear on it.
The automotive clear?
Yep.
Oh no, it fell off. We're working on, Don.
The Zeus toga guy still. Actually, I made zero progress offline. I haven't worked on any sewing without actively being on the show. I've been busy with life outside.
What?
I know how that goes.
Yep. Seriously.
Stuff happens outside the show. I don't understand. What now?
Say it ain't so. It ain't so. You still working on that throne cannon?
Yeah, I mean, among other things.
Yeah.
Other things.
Yeah, other things. I got 4 or 5.
Audacity.
I got this Mezco Joker, and he's got a defect where it's like his knee is facing inward.
Ooh.
I've never taken apart a Mezco figure before, so I have no idea how to fix this, but hopefully I won't ruin it.
That's the big thing there.
I got a really good deal.
When you take a figure apart for the first time, it's like,
I think I might do this off. There we go, I got it. I'm a little nervous about it.
That's why I like buying stuff on clearance and customize those.
Yeah, I got a really good deal on it though. The guy on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the issue.
Did he sell it cheap because of the leg issue? Or did he know?
Yeah, he knew. He put it out, put it out front that, hey, it's got a leg issue. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It was a pretty good deal for it, so I got it anyway. Figured I can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Oh. I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. It was just the hip joint.
Oh.
That was an easy fix.
Nice. Discount and easy fix.
Yep.
That's the best kind.
I got the Figma Doom guy too from him.
Cool.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that Figma Doom guy's looking pretty good.
Oh yeah, the sword is really cool, man. The translucent.
I got the McFarlane one.
Yeah, I want that one, but it's like the price on that thing is so high now.
I bought it at retail. And what can I resell it for?
Let me see.
I was disappointed none of us won the print that 3D printer.
Yeah, that'd have been great though, man. That'd have been awesome. I mean, your first 3D printer would have been that one for free, you know.
My favorite price.
That would be a good way to get into it for free.
Yeah, I mean seriously. There's one selling on eBay for $75 for that McFarlane one.
Why is this? The thing was $20, man.
Yeah,
It's not good.
For some reason, that figure is expensive. Yeah,
it stands on itself, and it looks like the Doom guy. That's the highest praise I can give it.
The McFarlane Doom guy.
Yeah,
the prices are super expensive. I got the Marauder, and he's expensive. Right, he's expensive now too. But I really want the Doom guy.
When I saw reviews, the McFarlane Doom guy was terrible.
I mean, it looks cool just standing there, but
it ain't.
I like to move my figures.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, I mean, you can get the unicorn variant for $25.
I was thinking about getting the. I got a Green Ranger from Mezco.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about getting the Dragon Zord from Super 7 to have stand behind him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's Super 7.
Yeah, it'll fall apart.
It's a crapshoot to get a decent figure.
But all I needed to do was stand behind the Green Ranger, so maybe.
You get a little breath on it, it's gonna fall apart.
The weight of your gaze will make it fall to pieces.
And hopefully they don't have anything glued together that's supposed to move.
The weight of my gaze makes many people fall to pieces. I've come to accept it.
Where's my other stuff at?
That's what she said.
Right back. Go get some coffee. Well, if you ask her, that's what she would say.
I broke down and ordered the Super 7 GP Megatron, and they had one of the hips glued in place.
Nothing but problems.
Entertainment Earth was cool about it. They sent me a new one, and I shipped the other one back to them.
I got my ship notification for my Mezco turtles.
Oh, nice!
Excited about that. Yeah, man. I got it from a place called Pop Culture. It's an Australian shop.
What up?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the shipping on that sucker?
It actually wasn't bad. It was I was looking at the price on because I think Books A Million still has them, and if you get it from Books A Million, it was like almost like it was like $580, almost $600 from Books A Million, something around there. It's super expensive. But, I mean, the shipping was $40, and I got a discount from Pop Culture from my first order. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad. Let me check my email real quick. I'll give you the exact price.
The energy effects are too long for my bags.
Oh, which one is that? The Zeus ones?
Hateful. Oh, this is the Crimson Dynamo from Select. I'll have to modify it very minutely.
Yep, it was $540 altogether.
Yeah. 500 bucks.
Yep, a bit much, but still, man.
Yeah.
Compared to secondary market, the Mezco turtles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If you compare that to what the secondary market prices are going to be, that's a very good deal.
The late fee.
Yep.
Which I collect Masterpiece Transformers, so I understand. And for expensive stuff.
Oh, there's already some on eBay for $1,000.
The Fans Toys Ultra Magnus went up for pre-order, which was actually cheaper than what I thought. I figured it's going to be $300 plus. And it's still expensive. It's $270.
The Ultra Magnus?
Yep.
I thought that thing was going to be $700.
He's $270. And then you get the white Optimus Prime core robot, and the trailer becomes armor. So it's like his robot is armored up mode, looks just like the cartoon, looks perfect. And he's got his white Prime core too, so best of both worlds there.
Great Google Moogle. That's tempting. I don't want an Ultra Magnus, but that's tempting.
And they're doing Optimus Prime too, and they're doing the Constructicons. And because the Constructicons are $200 a piece, now everybody's changed their with expensive everything is, and stuff is not selling out like it used to. Even the U.S. retailers are now like requiring a deposit when you pre-order.
Yeah, buy all those and not just have them sitting in the warehouse. I guess.
Yep. The margin on those things is not huge. But,
Gotta find a way to redo this head. What is? I just bought these.
Let's take a quick picture of this guy and send it to my boy Dom, see if he likes it.
the COVID stuff has like really changed the price market for like man's toy stuff. Before COVID, their stuff was like, I don't know, probably 40% cheaper or more.
Mm-hmm. That's the COVID markup.
Yep. Everybody just increase the prices during that time, and they never did pull them back down.
We still can't. You still can't say that word, right?
It's okay now.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure.
They've downgraded it to where, you can treat it just like the flu from the CDC.
Yeah.
I was like, what it actually is.
Hey, that looks like a skeleton. I like skeletons. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here and move. Night, night.
All right, dude.
Ain't gonna do what?
I hope y'all have a good night.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
too much now, all right?
Hey, you can have a good time. You just can't have too good of a time, because too good of a time gets you into trouble.
If you have too good of a time, name it after me.
It's, it's the what do they say? The cheapest, most fun you can have as an adult. Go and get some sleep.
That's my favorite pastime.
That's some good advice.
All right, gentlemen. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy.
I think he left.
His connection was dying right there.
Definitely
Yeah, I heard
robotic.
that.
Hey, have you guys watched X-Men '97 yet?
No.
I haven't, but I heard it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I actually just watched it before I got on. It's really good.
I was trepidatious about watching it.
It's very good, man. The second episode kind of broke my heart a little bit. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's really good. Very good.
I'll check it out on the website.
Yeah.
A lot of media nowadays that it's just like, do I invest any time in it, or is it going to turn out to be?
I mean, it's pretty much a continuation of the cartoon.
Well, I found out what the dude got fired for.
Oh, his OnlyFans?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
What?
Yeah, he had an OnlyFans.
The producer, showrunner of X-Men 97, they fired him like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And he had a explicit OnlyFans account.
Oh boy.
Hey, JB.
You'll never know.
How tall is the Super 7 Optimus Prime? I don't have. Only one Super 7 Transformers figure I have is Megatron, and he's pretty tall. He was actually bigger than what I was expecting. I didn't expect to be as big as he is, but I have to take him. I haven't measured him out. He's probably, just a rough estimate, I'd say 8 inches tall, maybe.
Yeah, they were on sale on Amazon like a while ago, and I was going to buy one, but I just was like, it's Super 7. I don't think I will. But I really want that the Yellow Park one that Robo keeps showing.
Yeah, the Yellow Part. I got the little kits. The little kits, those were awesome. Like the 5-inch figures.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are great. They're basically like little action masters. They're like very articulated, detailed out. You don't have to paint them; they come pre-painted. Same with the big kits too. They're pre-painted. I like them for good. I'm debating about getting the Megatron and Optimus now, like the big ones, the 8-inch ones.
Yeah, I watched your video of you when you got them, but that the Megatron looks great, man. And
that thing is awesome.
It's in my cart on Amazon, man, and I'm like, check out.
It's by far it's the best one on the set.
Yeah.
Where they have they have not confirmed the OnlyFans thing. They said it. Oh, it's confirmed. That is confirmed. There's pictures out from his OnlyFans.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely confirmed.
JB's excited tomorrow night. Yep, we got Toy Talk tomorrow night. The Collector Fusion. What I mean is they did not confirm that they fired him for having OnlyFans. Oh, okay, got you.
Oh yeah, they're not going to say that.
That's totally what they fired him for. But
yeah, they're not going to say that. No. I think Disney's going to say we fired him because porn.
They wouldn't say that. They would say we fired him because there is a difference in vision.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
or some kind of arbitrary,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, JB,
they make it sound like he, doesn't like their brand of coffee.
He has his Discord link and his description is toy reviews. I don't have a link to that, but you can't find it, and I'll see about getting it to you. But he usually puts that all in his descriptions on his toy reviews.
His OnlyFans information?
Yes. Onlymats.com.
Oh, we're talking about. We switched subjects here, and I didn't know what we were talking about anymore. I was like, that's kind of brazen of him. Also, maybe he's in the wrong industry. He does toy reviews, cartoons, and OnlyFans.
This is one of the hands to my one of my Power Princess figures. They they didn't put the wrist peg in. No, it's in. It is in. It's just glued because it was glued inside the arm. I thought that sometimes they don't put the pegs in, and when they inject the plastic, it fills up the void where the peg was at. But no, this is actually the peg. It just got glued in place. So this is a vertically hinged sword holding hand, which don't move.
That's frustrating.
So that hand's pretty well scrapped.
I did I got this this classic Doom Guy kit from Hot as Fuzz Customs, and I was trying to do the old hot glue trick. But I can never get that right, man. I always screw the hot glue trick up for head pegs. Well, I gotta dig all this hot glue out.
What is the hot glue trick?
Like if you try to get a
Put hot glue in there and then stick your head in.
yeah, shit like the peg
Or
in,
your
like
peg in.
put some like put some like Vaseline around it so it won't stick. But I always screw it up, man.
Yeah, I've never had luck out of that either.
Yeah.
No.
What you could do instead was you could use some like cellophane,
Yeah.
and that would work. Your inside of your peg hole might be a little bit wrinkly, but who's going to be looking at the inside of your peg hole?
Yeah.
If
I
they're
don't
getting
think
that close to it, it's awful personal.
Yeah.
For that kind of stuff, I usually just use green stuff and the sculpting Vaseline.
I normally just take like an old head sculpt and just like Dremel it down.
I've done that before too.
Yeah, that's normally what I do. But,
The head I got on my Apocalypse Build-A-Figure is I did that. It's the shrunk down casting of the Toy Biz Build-A-Figure,
mhm.
and it had a big void in it, like the big hole in the bottom. So I did that. I took like an old cheap head, which had the right size ball peg in it, and just dremeled it off into a socket, a plug, put it in the socket.
I love this kid. The kid is actually built to work with the classified Outback, but I'm using it for this guy whose name escapes me. So I gotta modify it a little bit.
Bazooka?
Yes. Yeah. I'll have a bigger body than the Outback.
Yeah. Bazooka's body I think suits Doom Guy a little better.
Yeah.
Which is weird that they made Bazooka so big because he was not that big. But they made him Sergeant Slaughter size.
Let's try this again. I want to use these.
These come in
How
handy
about-
too. Those ball joints on the double ball pegs. They're the sockets for those plugs are the exact size of Marvel Legends ball socket. Those,
These?
there you go. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm using. Yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm gonna switch out his neck peg.
Hey, I
Bazooka's.
recognize that head.
That's a really nice head.
Yeah.
Bazooka's neck articulation is not that great.
Some crazy person made that.
Yeah. It's crazy talented.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes all kinds of crazy.
Alright, see if this works. Get some water.
I don't know if I like the word talented. Talented to me always seems like it dismisses the amount of effort that it takes to get good at something.
Yeah.
Because it takes a long time to get, like, there are some very skilled basketball players out there. And if you ask them, how long you been playing basketball? They're like, oh, I've been playing since I could hold a ball as a little kid.
Mhm.
And you're like, yeah. Well, that's how
You're very talented.
skill is developed. Hey, you're very
Yeah.
talented. Let me just dismiss all of the hours that you spent doing something.
Yeah. I definitely see your point there.
Yeah.
Well, I think it gives a misconception to people who are learning it because they're
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah. People think that you got a natural given talent to do this stuff. No, it took a long time to develop the skills.
yeah,
It's like a lot of people get with getting into this hobby. They think, well, I can't do that. No,
Yeah.
sure you can. It's just going to take you some time to learn.
Yep.
none of us were at the level we are right now when we started.
Absolutely not.
Like I got 3 kids, and they look at they look at people's art online, and they're like, they get discouraged because they go and they try to do it, and they can't do it as good as the people online. And I'm like, first of all, half of that's probably CG anymore, and second of all, the source material that the CG is stealing from to make it look so good are professionals who've been doing it for thousands of hours to get that good.
Yeah. I always tell everybody, man, like they're like, "Oh man, you're so good," and I'm like, "Have you seen my first custom? Like, I literally have it sitting on my workbench."
It's good to look back every once in a while.
Yeah, that's like one of my first customs, and compared to what I got now, this is pretty bad, you know.
Oh, I understand. I got Angel over on my X-Men diode shelf. He's getting replaced. What am I doing? He's built on the DCUC body and using the old Toy Biz head and wings.
I mean, to be fair, that's a really good heroic body, though.
Yeah. It's just the paint's getting old on it and needs a refresh. And I thought about pulling it off the shelf to refresh, and it's like, yeah, I'm getting the new one.
I think I got one of those is coming.
But I do the same thing sometimes. I've got myself using talented where I'm skilled. So I'm not judging. I do the same thing, even though I know better.
I did do some blasphemy and modified your sculpt.
What?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Hey, it is written into the contract that you are not allowed to change that after it gets shipped out.
Oh, it's in my hand now, so
yeah. That is a violation of the contract. It has to be. I know I'm shipping it to a customizer, but it has to be left exactly how I sent it.
For it to work what I was wanting to do, it's like I just had to increase the length of the back of the skull, and the opening where it's at a angle, I cut forward onto the jaw forward more, so it just go straight down.
Whatever makes it work for you. I didn't like it. I kind of fitted it to the figure, but I didn't want to mess with it too much before I sent it out. So
without seeing it in person, though, I just had to see how it's going to fit onto the body.
Yeah. Well, yeah, until you're actually putting it together.
Yeah.
You're using that on the McFarlane body, right?
Yeah, the McFarlane Atrocitus Build-A-Figure. Since he's so big, I'll just make Scollix. I actually put that double ball peg base in there so I can actually change up the ball peg.
I like some Scollix potatoes.
I do too.
Yeah,
I haven't had any of those in a while.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I have any of those. It's like a.
They're also good au gratin.
Yeah.
I've been sitting on these Hot and Spuds kits for such a long time, man. I got like Resident Evil kits, I got Hellboy kits, I got Doom kits. Get this stuff done.
I was on the Discord. Is it called? Let's look at it and see.
Man, now I want scallop potatoes. Look what y'all do to me.
Yeah, it's called GG and Community. Yep, that's it. That's it.
You know who's got really good potatoes? Sedona Tap House. I don't know if you have one of those near you. They got really good potatoes.
Rainbow Pale said Bazooka was only that big in G.I. Joe Resolute and he was dead.
Amazon would charge me for.
Sometimes talent is talent. The Kung Fu Po, hey Cannon, what are you working on that 3D print model?
I'm remaking this. I bought this STL file because I was like, yeah, I could use I got a Thanos, right?
Drill that out like quite a bit.
And he needs a space chariot. So I went and found this. Actually, I didn't find it. Sector found it, and we were gonna go and buy it, and I was gonna print it, and then I printed it. I should have looked more closely at the file, but the file was not done well, and so after it came off the printer, it fell apart.
Not done well is putting it lightly.
Name of Hill asking, how did I remove the avalanche head from the helmet? Hot water, prying, boil it in hot water. Start prying it, slowly pry the head off, and take a hot. And when you get to the top, and it peels back, I end up taking like a sharp, fresh hoppy blade and just start cutting at the base and peel it off. This one right here, and it depends on how much glue's on that plug up top.
I smacked my kneecap on the corner of my desk.
Ooh.
Phenomena?
No.
That chainsaw pretty cool.
Are you threatening me?
Anyway, the way that the print came made it impossible to actually print in a manner that held together. So I said, I will just make it better.
You don't even know I bought this. I gotta make it better.
Yep. I mean, it's the design work on it to make it look good is fine. That part's fine. But the engineering aspect of it is piss poor.
Oh, good. Don't leave my drink.
So, all right. So let's take this apart so you can see. And it's got these weird, like, I know these are for the back of the legs, but these are little weird butt prints there. Weird me out.
I mean, I think it'll look cool when you actually put a figure on it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know what they're there for, but I think if you just lower the chop of the chair down a little bit, it'll be okay. Yeah. And then you won't need the butt print, which, if the figure's not sitting on it, looks real derpy. Because now, What does that look like? I don't know, some kind of backwards toilet seat?
Like someone heavy sit on the chair and left their butt print.
And they got some real they got some real glutes on them.
They do.
And man, that crack. Whew. Anyway.
I believe this is a question you can answer, Token. Has anybody cracked the Sentry torso, and what's the best way without stressing or breaking the plastic?
It was very difficult. Yes, it's doable. I did it with this Magneto that I'm working on, but it's very hard, and I pretty much had to like destroy the torso. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I don't know. Maybe you might have more luck than I do, but it's pretty tough. Because normally when I crack out my torsos, I just put like a flathead screwdriver between this, like the arm here, and then it normally just like if I go around it a little bit, it cracks open just fine. But this one was a pain, man.
Sometimes the people at the factory go a little crazy with the glue.
Yeah, this one was insane. So, like you see right there, I literally had to cut it. Which I'll sculpt over it anyway, but still, it was a tough one.
I've had some where I've able to crack the same body, crack it no problem, Others is like just mangle it just to get it open.
Yep. Now, if I'm cracking like a blizzard or something like that, like a bucky cap, those normally just a flat screwdriver in between the arms. It works pretty easily. But that one was a pain. That one was a pain.
I'll pro if you're going to putty and paint it, might as well go for it. I get one of my favorite customs right sitting here.
Oh yeah, that one is awesome, man.
I was doing a short, and one of the drips broke off. It was just showing the articulation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It took me forever to find it. It was this one.
Like where it went. Yeah.
There's this one on the back of the forearm. It's like, it's on there now, so it's not coming off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See these pieces right here? Those pieces were not attached to the model at all. So that when I printed it, those pieces fell off. Now, the other problem is that you see this cut that comes right in here. See this cut that comes right in here, goes all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way back, and then under here, and then all the way across. The only part that holds that big flat section on is a slight overlap where this just sits on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So after I printed it, this snapped right off the bottom of that. And then all this stuff came off. So it was like...
That's a lot of resin too, man.
Well, I printed it on a filament printer.
Okay.
But it's a lot of hours of time spent.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it just, so all that stuff just fell off as soon as I pulled it off the printer. So, I don't know why they put this gap underneath here to begin with. Like, what purpose does this serve? Why would you? That's like a lot of effort to go through to cut that out, and then what's this? And then it's like this. It's got this. It's like whoever sliced it was. See, like, and then.
Oh, was it pre-supported?
No, I mean whoever whoever cut it up.
Okay.
Right, because it was divided into pieces, like this piece and this piece. Whoever divided this up did it weird. So like, see how there's a support here in the center? It's like when they do, it's like somebody else made the model, and then in order to get it to fit on the printer, somebody else who didn't know what they were doing, didn't know how the model was engineered, cut it apart. See this support here? If they had cut through the center of that support, it would have a little bit of support on either side, and that would have resolved at least the problem of the big piece falling off. This piece right here, see this hook-shaped piece? That still would have fallen off because it is completely cut away from everything else and was suspended above, floating up there. So it's like, I don't know what that person was.
Maybe it's just, the person who made the model is a really good sculptor, but they are not that great at
understanding that real things have to be touching something when they are printed.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm remaking it. I'm referencing, but also, heavily referencing, but also changing it up a little bit. Because really what they were doing is what was it, Jack Kirby that drew this? Originally, is that right?
Yeah.
They were referencing his artwork, so I'm referencing something that was referencing a reference.
Are you printing a Thanos copter?
A Thanos copter?
Yeah, the helicopter that he had in some of those comics.
They actually, back in the 60s, they actually gave him a Thanos copter. It was weird.
Yes. It was very weird.
A Cosmic Beam has a Earthbound helicopter. It says Thanos copter on the side.
He also got arrested, put in handcuffs.
Right there.
Yes.
It's a Thanos copter.
Yes.
Didn't he also help the old lady cross the street?
He did. Those are weird times, man.
We gotta get it. We gotta see a picture of that.
I really want to talk about the X-Men 97, man, but you guys haven't watched it.
Oh, this picture's not a good quality picture. There it is. Thanos helps the old lady cross the street.
He's a nice fellow.
Not bad for a Mad Titan.
Yeah, I think he comes. I think it's so that she'll have kids, and he comes back in the future or something. And like, I don't know. There's some kind of twisted.
It was actually evil for him to do that because he changed the course of history over. She's supposed to be like this great person, and she ended up being a mediocre life or type thing.
Yeah.
The lady that he helped cross the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. But the question is, how does he know that? Can Thanos see into the future? I don't think that's one of his.
Apparently he did there.
That works.
It's one of his tools in the Thanos copter.
This is what I mean when I tell you how strong this glue is. See, I put this this peg in here like just now, like 10 seconds ago, and already I can put the head in and out. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, nice.
That's how strong that glue is. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Definitely a good
Elephant. Yeah, super strong, and it works very well with O-rings.
Yeah, the O-ring trick is just handy with fitting heads.
Yeah, I use the one of the smaller of those hobby-based joints.
Hmm.
And I put an O-ring on top so I can fit this neck joint. And it works pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the glue?
It's Geo.
Let me give you a full screen here.
That's a little blurry, but Geo Elephant Instant Adhesive. It works for all types of plastics and resin too, very well.
Is it the G.I. Joe elephant?
Yeah, Guo Elephant.
Okay, I couldn't see like it. It looked like Okay, now it's in focus.
Yeah,
Guo elephant. I thought it said G.I. Joe. I was like, what?
it's good stuff though.
See my eyes and it not focus.
Yeah. But you got to be careful with it though, because like
It's strong.
it's very strong. Yes, it's very, very strong.
Don't glue anything you don't want to be glued.
This is because it'll be almost impossible to get it off. Head done. I'm not gonna paint these, so it doesn't really matter. He's pretty much done. Put him around. You got some paint lumps going on there. Get rid of.
Wasn't smooth as to my low spots here, and wasn't like real smoother here. Just want the my OCD. It's like it's got to be as close as I can to smooth as it can be, where it bugs the living daylights out of me. That's why it takes me a while to finish stuff. I can't just slap paint on it and say it's done.
Nope. Yeah, I get it. Same way, man.
I'll strip some if I'm not happy with something. I'll strip it completely off and start over.
Definitely frustrating sometimes, but I get it. Almost there. That's good, actually.
Oh, the Crow or Crawl, they pronounce it like Brutal Legends, that newest one. He looks really good. All those Brutal Legends right now are looking really good.
The ones that Nico is painting.
Yep. He's doing an amazing job on those paint jobs.
Yeah.
You know, the body type reminds me, especially like the Crow guy, that Primal cartoon series.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
The body.
I made a custom of that. I don't know the guy. Comic Customs with a K.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say he's the one that made a custom of that guy, of that character. I think
those bodies definitely put me in mind of that character.
Mm-hmm.
I like the range of articulation on them. You got the neck joint, the separate neck joint like the G.I. Joe figures. You got the diaphragm and butterfly joints, and the ab piece with the ball joint on top and bottom. So they should move really well.
I think Nico kind of helped him with some of the articulation stuff too.
I remember
as far as like tell him how to improve it. And, So yeah. Oops. Of course I broke it. Oh man. That's no good. Do that.
We are at the 2-hour mark.
That's too high up. That's definitely too high up. Let's try something. want to see how strong this is. I'm gonna try cutting this peg in half.
And re-glue.
Yep, it's a little bit too long for what I need, so I'm gonna try cutting it down a little bit and gluing it and seeing how it holds.
Interesting.
So the guy who told me about it said he used it for pegs, so I haven't tried that yet.
Well, we're getting a live demo right now.
Yep, let's see.
Found it out here first, folks.
Well, Jason from Spiro's is going to be on the show next Friday.
That's awesome. I love his figures.
Yep. I got Thane coming from Big Bad Toy Store now. I turned around and ordered one from his store online shop with the Lynx Assassin.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered an accessory kit, a weapons pack, and a gear set.
I don't know the characters' names, but I know Blight because I think he's like the main character. I've got him.
I did pre-order the two dinosaur reptilian guys from the new wave, and I pre-ordered the bulldog. He's unlocked.
I pre-ordered the new female character and the pirate dude, the fox pirate guy.
Oh yeah, the speedster.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
What was you going to say, Ken? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I thought about ordering some of those figures, and then decided it wasn't in the budget.
They look cool, man.
But I was very tempted to order Thane, but then I was like, I already bought 2 different figures to try to make this figure. I don't need to buy a third one.
You use it for a custom?
Yeah. The Go Ram was the idea, but then I'd already bought 2 other figures for it, so I'm gonna make the other 2 figures that I already bought for it work.
Alpha Proto says the character from Primal was first appearance on Dexter's lab. Dexter took him out from prehistoric times to the present to show him the future, and Yendi decided to bring him back to Primal.
That's kind of crazy that a character from like a kid's show ends up being in that type of show, you know?
Yeah. Alpha Proto says the main character in Primal is named Spear. Okay. I didn't know his name. I couldn't remember if they ever said his name or what. Because he don't talk, does he?
No, he doesn't talk.
17-1's here. It says, hello, fam.
Family, 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 family.
Let's see what happens here. I'm just going to clip it.
He's ready for another round of paint. So let me sand this shoulder a little bit more.
That should be good. Length goes. All right. So a little bit of sanding, and I'm gonna try this glue. As you get older, it's so hard to hold these tiny parts in your hand.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's like that's one thing. I was laughing at myself, and it's like, just drop one in the floor right then. I said when I was working on the styrene on that one, I was like, if you glue it to yourself, you can't drop it.
This is true.
Alpha Proto says Uncle Machete from Spy Kids, the same character from the Shady movie. Really?
What?
Machete was a character in Spy Kids, and the same character. Danny Trejo's character. Danny Trejo, I mean.
Oh, Machete. Yeah.
Anthony Diaz, will you be doing a showing in your collection room? Eventually, right now it's I gotta get it straightened up. It's a little bit of a mess.
Not flat at all, so it's gonna take some work.
I'll give you a little preview right now. Goes that way. That goes that way. Lights are off right now on the shelves, but that's one room. I was thinking about that today. It was like I was straightening up, moving boxes around the days, and I had to get some work done on the house. Service the heat pump, and they went in and put like a power surge lightning strike breaker in the breaker box, keep from happening what happened again from happening. I did find it. It's going to take me a while to find all the electrical problems in the house from that surge. My doorbell's fried. Like when the guy from the heat pump showed, the electrical guy came here this morning. So I said, I haven't found anything so far, like, other than a set of computer speakers. He just let us know if you find anything else. And after he left, about an hour later, the heat pump guy from the same outfit showed up, and like the doorbell's dead. The guy this morning knocked. It's like, been nice if the electrician rang the doorbell would have found out.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a fair judge of this, because I cannot get this smooth. We're gonna try it.
So I spent like good 3D printer money and curing station money today.
That's painful.
Yeah. But my house didn't burn out. It won't burn down next time it happens.
These things are important, so yeah.
Which could have happened with what happened.
I think I should probably save this since it's been a while since I saved it.
Yeah, you don't want to lose all your progress.
No,
Hey, you could actually save this one as a chair.
I'm not. No, I'm saying I'm leaving it whatever it's called. It's called Thanos' Space Throne. That is what it will be. What did you do?
The Conclave handed, do you guys collect or customize Transformers? Yes. And yes. That's what I started doing before I did action figures. I collect customized Transformers. And I got an extensive Transformers collection as well as action figure collection. I've actually cut back on my Transformers collection a lot from selling off a lot of mainline stuff. I am getting the new War for Cybertron mainline stuff. I still have a lot of the what they call the classics era stuff, and I got a lot of Masterpiece. The ones I collect from every line right now, just almost, except for these new kids lines, I don't fool with those. Like Optimus and Megatron and Grimlock. Which I actually have the Armada Prime sitting right here from the Legacy series. I got an upgrade kit I'm going to be putting on him here soon. Does a lot of fixes for it, and like, well, makes it a little, improves it, and like lengthens the arms, panel fillers where you got hollow feet and stuff, and new hands for the base robot. So I got take them out of super mode and put the kit on. So there's that. Fresh paper towel. But yeah, I love Transformers. One Oak Customs, those 3D prints, man. That one devastator he started working on.
Oh, that thing is huge, man.
Middle Luna is asking Cannon, are you planning on doing any of the other Wetworks characters?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Dozer, and I might do Grail if I can decide how I'm gonna do them.
You could use like a Crystar upper body.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, what I was thinking was of getting some of that kind of iridescent look, because he's supposed to be metallic, right? And he's just supposed to be kind of glowing electricity. So I was thinking about getting like some iridescent blue paint to paint him.
Yeah, the one like official figure was like translucent plastic, though, right?
Yeah, he was transparent.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I don't think he's supposed to be transparent in the comic. I don't know. I'd have to go reread him. It's been a while.
Yeah. All right, so I glued the peg.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a pull test.
That's what they're calling those now.
Yeah, I'm pulling it. You see my fingers are red. I'm pulling it. It's not coming apart. Yeah, I'd say that worked. You can see where I cut it and glued it, I guess. But
nice.
Yeah.
Didn't have to drill and insert a rod or anything.
Nope.
That's good.
Hell yeah, man. That is sweet.
Geo Elephant glue.
Yes. It's fucking good. That's good glue right there, man. I'm pulling that thing, man. It is not coming apart. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to Toy Surgeon for telling me about this glue.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. Damn. Man, it was good. I didn't think it was going to do that. That's better. That's much better.
You know, about the Mr. Color, Mr. Metallics too. They dry pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of other metallics I've used, they like the Tamiya. You use Tamiya silver, you can't do nothing until the next day.
And it gets everywhere, man. It's all over your. It's like you touch it, it's like all over your hand.
It's like anti-seize when you're working on the vehicle.
I haven't hand brushed that Mr. Color stuff yet. I've still been just using it through my airbrush.
I still laugh at this. Every time I think about it, I'm in a lot. I'm in several automotive groups on Facebook. That weird ass thing when Kanye painted himself silver in that like silver trash bag where it was. People were captioning saying, "Anytime you touch NSEs." Yep, I confirmed that. You're like, think about touching it, and I'm gonna get it on me.
Head placement. So look at these. No, I'm not fill this with resin.
Oh, you're in the same state as me as Token. Like, you have earwigs bad up that way?
What's that?
You have earwigs bad that way?
I don't know. I don't think.
I live in a wooded area, so they get them hearing. But yeah, the earwigs are awful. They're almost like they're kind of like carpenter ants, but they're nasty looking. Because they look like they got pinchers on their ass.
Yes, kind of like centipede looking type things.
And they will short out your heat pumps if they get into them.
Oh.
They like the electrodes and like the junctions in your heat pumps, and they will just breed in there. And they'll breed so much they'll make a jumper on the electrical terminals and short your heat pumps out.
I'm not sure if they like my girlfriend works for she does like the scheduling and stuff for a pest control company, Southern Pest Control. So we've got like some stuff in the backyard and like some buckets. I don't know if it helps with earwigs, but it definitely helps with mosquitoes. So I'm not sure if it helps for both. Maybe that's why I don't see many of them.
We had gnats bad one year, like a couple of years ago. Once they get in your house, it's hard to get rid of them. They'll find a body of water in your house and just start breeding.
I think those were bad like everywhere last year, man. Or was it? I don't know if it was. I don't remember if it was last year, year before last, but yeah, they were horrible, man.
Yeah, I had to put like fly tape up in the house because they were so bad.
Fly tape, and then we're using like the jars with like the or like cutting water bottles and making our own little traps.
Couldn't leave water in the Keurig. They with the lid on, they would like still get inside the thing and.
Yeah, they were horrible, man.
Like drove me crazy. I'd be like trying to do like a toy review and they start buzzing around. Like, where did you come from? There's no food down here. No water. No food.
There's nothing that you like here. Why are you even here?
I'm back.
They're so small too. Like you start swapping at them, like people just think you're like having them kind of fit. Like,
you okay over there? Because like I don't see anything.
Kung Fu Po, Amazing Prime. I got the DNA upgrade kits on Pro 2. I'm assuming that's the ones you're talking about. Actually, the ones I got are the Go Better ones. I thought about getting the DNA kits. This one was like ordered several kits off TF Safari, and I really like to look at this one, and The DNA one looks really good too. Something along was asking what that name of that glue was.
Geo Elephant.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Geo Elephant. Guo Elephant, I guess.
Something along was asking, did we see the new Sub-Zero figure?
Oh yeah, with the cloth. That one, that looks great, man.
Yeah, I like the looks of that one.
I'm definitely gonna get that. It reminds me of the old. I think it was that Mezco that did the. That wasn't Mezco. Who was a company that did like this, like the shorter Mortal Kombat figures? I don't remember what the company.
I can't
was.
remember.
It reminds me of those.
Nobody ever sticks with. It seems like everybody gets them. They never stick when finishing out the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Storm Collectibles is horrible. They jump around from different games, do the same character over, but hey, this time we're doing Mortal Kombat 6 Sub-Zero. This time we're doing Mortal Kombat 2 Sub-Zero. What about the rest of the characters? And
Like
it's
all
from the
over the
same
place.
game.
There were other characters in that game.
Yeah. You know what'd be awesome? If you actually start with Mortal Kombat 1 and make the entire roster, then go on.
That'd be great.
Do what Jada Toys is doing. Give us all the characters, and then move on.
I would love to see Jada Toys do a Mortal Kombat line.
Absolutely.
I also love to see Jada Toys do a King of Fighters line. That'd be great.
Or take over the DC stuff.
Yep. Because McFarlane don't do it.
I don't like his proportions.
No, they're weird, man.
I also don't like his Batmobile.
But the McFarlanes love it. How dare you say something bad about their favorite toy guy?
That canopy was a fiasco. That was just
Gray?
yeah, there's no way you can't tell me that they didn't know that was coming out of the factory like that. There's no way you can tell me that they didn't know that.
They would have got samples.
Yeah. So they knew it was coming out of the factory like that. They knew it was going into the boxes like that. They knew it was shipping like that, and then they did it anyway. And then, a couple months after that sells out, then they come out with another one that is actually like the better version.
Yes.
You know what that is? That's a money grab.
Mm-hmm.
That's McFarlane's business plan.
That's we're going to give you something that you don't like, and then we're going to wait a couple months, and then we're going to give you something that you actually wanted. But we're still not going to do it right because the 89 Batmobile is a 2-seater.
Yep.
Not a 1-seater.
Well, the problem is he made a 1/12 scale Batmobile for a 1/10 scale figure line.
Yeah.
So he had to modify the interior to only fit one figure. The car is not a 1/10 scale car.
No, because the 89 Batmobile is like 21 feet long, and that Batmobile is like 21 inches long. So if you take out the seat that's in there and put in 2 seats, you could probably fit your Mayfix figures in it.
Yep. Anthony Diaz, I hope Jada gets the Darkstalkers. Yes. 100%. I would like to see them get all the Capcom fighting games. That's what's kept me from collecting the Capcom figures. I love Capcom growing up, playing all the different fighting games, but not enough to spend Storm Collectibles money and SH Figure Arts money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys play Guilty Gear, but it'd be awesome to see Jada Toys do Guilty Gear figures too.
Never played that.
It's a pretty good fighting game. I think Storm Collectibles did like one of their. I think Storm did a Soul. He's the main character. Yeah. Mom's got soul. All right, where is it?
And you're going to stick in the mold. Not to me, the mold.
Yeah, I finally got some of that. That thermoplastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get like that exact kind. I got like a cheap brand. But I hope it works the same.
Oh, Canon sent me this really cool looking stuff. I sent it to my friend John, where you can make temporary like molds for like running resin.
Mm-hmm.
You just heat it up in the microwave. You can pour your molds, and then you just chop it up, reheat it, and keep you reusing it. If that stuff works like it shows, that's be a game changer.
What's it called? I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, it looks good.
If it works the way it shows, that will save a ton of money from buying silicone.
Yeah.
You can do basically everything you need to do with silicone except for like the shrink stuff, I guess.
What's this stuff called?
I'll send it to you on Instagram because I have no idea what it's called now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
That's like 2 days ago. My memory don't.
Yeah,
know.
I can't remember either. I sent it to you and I don't remember. I've used some stuff like it before, and I don't remember what that was called either. But it works pretty well. The only thing is that you have to make sure that you have a low temperature cure resin. Because if your temperature of your cure resin is too hot, it will remelt the stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so a slower curing resin is better because they don't generally get as hot.
Where is this body? The thing that sucks about having so much fodder, man, is trying to find bodies.
Still not us. Still not. I'll send it to you.
That was called Still Not Us?
That's their Instagram. It's like a still not. Okay. You know.
What is it? All I need is a lightning connection.
Yeah, the stuff that I used previously is like clear, so it might be enough different.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. A chicken nugget?
Yep. Just because you can.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. Need a ton of like pouches and stuff.
Yep. Chop it up and put it back up and reheat it.
Oh, that's interesting, man. That's definitely worth looking into. I do not want to pull this huge bin out just for one upper body.
Be worse though. You pull the whole bin, pour it all out, and it's not in there. It's another bin.
Yep.
No, that would be frustrating.
That always happens too.
You get frustrated, can't find it in that bin, and you go sit back down, and it's like on the table the entire time. It's like, wow.
All that time putting all those little parts and pieces back into that bin. Wasn't even in there. I could have sworn I put it in. Let's try. It's probably this one.
Does anybody collect Jazzwars figures, Halo figures? I got one. I never took it out of the box.
Yeah, I got Master Chief. That's the only one I have.
Jada's going to be doing Cyberpunk with cloth goods. Rebel 10 is, I think, one has designed the clothing for it.
Rebel 10's the one that designed the jacket for my first, my second custom.
Oh, that turned out nice too.
I want to use that one.
Do what?
Yeah, that turned out really nice too. That jacket,
Yeah, it did.
the whole custom did.
Huh, look at that. Got one of these old skeleton warriors figs.
I should probably eventually make a diorama, and then I'd have something to photograph my figures inside of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those always look really cool, man.
As opposed to toss it on a table full of crafting supplies, snapping a shot.
That's what I'm looking for.
I
get pretty good reactions from this. Sitting here, I'll take a picture in my hand right here, and all my workbench stuff. People seem to like that.
Oh, people love the in-hand pictures.
There he is, standing in front of a tree.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's the Marvel Select Hulk. Rampage,
Yeah.
Rampaging Immortal Hulk.
Yeah, that one. With my head and the claws that I made.
I think it's silly that they made them change the name of the Rampaging Hulk to Immortal Hulk when that figure looks nothing the way that Immortal Hulk is.
Yeah. This was one of the first custom toys I ever made.
So what they?
From scratch. I'm reading some stuff about World War II or whatever. It was World War, and they were talking about how they made gas masks look like Mickey Mouse to convince kids to wear them. But then you saw pictures of these gas masks, and they were horrifying.
Yeah.
So that is entirely from scratch, hand molded, and then cast. Gas mask Mickey. And his little arms actually move, and his feet rotate, and his head moves around. So, but that was
nightmare fuel.
I mean, yeah.
It's like if you look at the Chuck E. Cheese's animatronics. I don't know if you've seen those here recently.
Oh, yeah.
They are terrifying.
Look at
They're terrifying.
Name of Field asking thoughts on the wow. That is horrifying.
I could totally see like 3A making a figure with that head though. That's actually kind of cool looking.
I mean, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
If you ever saw something that give you nightmares, man, that would do it.
That's it there, folks.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, can you imagine trying to convince your like small child to wear that?
Hey, put this on. Isn't it cute?
You put it on to show them it as an example. Look, don't I look like Mickey Mouse? And your child's like shaking in fear, catatonic, can't speak anymore.
Name of Hell's asking thoughts on the unlicensed pit figure.
It's got a nose, right?
It's got a nose and elf ears.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I mean, maybe that's the way they got around the copyright thing.
Well, the thing is, too, though, Del Keown, would he really be charging that much for a license?
At this point?
No, probably not.
Pit is so relatively unknown to the general masses.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just paid for a license and made it look 100% instead of doing the blue jean and the nose and the elf ears.
Yeah.
I think companies are probably so scared of him actually suing them. They're like, yeah, well, they just want all the profit.
Yeah. So the question is, so for copyright, it is 20% on art, right? So it has to be 20% difference. So the question we have to ask ourselves, does this represent, with the nose and the ears, a 20% difference in the character of Pitt?
Yeah.
You know, because if they took it before like a jury, that's what they'd have to decide, right?
Yeah.
Is this nose and these ears, does that represent a difference of 20% from the original character? Now, this one obviously doesn't have any clothes on, so you know, maybe you could argue, well, he doesn't have any clothes. And then the other one, where is he? Right there.
He's got a mask too.
Yeah, he got a mask.
I think kids do it like 5K Toys does with the Dragon Ball figures. They like put an entire different picture than what they actually are like selling.
Size large. Let's see if we can find some large.
They did that with the Dragon Ball figures.
Well, the thing is, though, with Asian third-party companies, as long as they don't call it what it is and it's their own thing, they usually get by with it because.
Well, they're the same companies that do it over and over again, and then they just switch their name out after each time
Well,
they
it's
sell
like
something.
Fans Toys. They make masterpiece G1 Transformers. Clearly, it's the character, but they're not copying anything Hasbro done. If they're just doing unlicensed IP, which is a not right, but it less ground for Hasbro to sue on because, well, you're clearly making this guy. Of course, when it's something that's really risque, like what Hasbro's actually made, Fans Toys has this like subsidiary, this throwaway brand name they use. Each time they do that, they make a new brand, and like they're doing Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus and stuff, but it's under it is being made by Fans Toys, but you're not using the Fans Toys name on it.
That's a piece.
Where it's their flagship character, Optimus, so they definitely don't want to get hit with that, of course.
I wish. Why doesn't this display bigger?
Can you hit Control Plus?
Well, I mean, I can do that, but I don't understand why at a normal 100% it doesn't fill the page.
That's Instagram does not care about desktop. They want it to be you to do it on mobile.
How tall is this guy supposed to be?
No clue.
Doesn't say.
Don't say.
I hope they make him a big old hunka chunka.
I mean, I imagine he'd be probably like Hulk size.
I want him to be like Monster Hyde size.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your opinions on real chains versus sculpted chains? Like,
I prefer real chains. I always felt like the sculpted. I mean, well,
I feel like for that, the real chains might look a bit weird.
I prefer real chains. They can tend to scrape stuff if like you use them.
Yeah.
However, I always think that the sculpted chains look fake and plastic.
I'm missing several pieces. What the heck?
So
That's true. They do look toy, very toyish with the chains.
yeah. So
But you don't have to worry about them hurting the figure.
yeah.
Of course, on the original Build-A-Figure, they sculpted that figure where you couldn't really take the chains off, and they looked awful without the. You try to take them off, they're like big voids in the sculpt.
Yeah, look at the size of this arm. It's like this is how the Hulk should be built. You see how
Yep.
he's got some big arms and some big
Oh,
shoulders.
that's a good size, and they make that in green. I'd totally buy that and make a Hulk out of it.
Oh yeah. You'd even make you'd almost make a Hulk 2099 out of it because it's got the claws.
Mhm.
Oh, it actually looks just like 2099, but basically, you make that
Yeah.
green head with pointy ears and the nose. It's
You
Hulk
just had to change
2099.
the feet somehow. Because he got the more like wolf type feet.
I can't remember. It's been so
More
long.
like a. I mean, he's got lizardy kind of scales and stuff sometimes. But let's see.
This is already.
Yeah, but I think he's got more like yeah. See how he's got the big long. It looks more like
Abomination.
yeah, some of the werewolves or thing. All right, I have a problem with this. At least he has the same number of fingers and toes. But this came from a human, right?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. So, now what's the average number of fingers that something has?
42.
Let's look at it.
I'm gonna guess 4. I don't know why, but it's probably a good number.
Let's look at a frog foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's look at a lizard. And I'll spell it with too many things. All right. This one has 4, but it also has a little nub over here. So that might have been a toe at one point. This one has 5. This one has 5. This one has 5. This is a gecko. Gecko has 4 plus a little nub. It looks. This one has 5. So it looks like a lot of these have 5. Okay, what else do we got? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes cats have 6, but I think that's only in specific locations. And then here's 4, but then the 5th one's like back here. So that's 5 also. So what I see is that the majority of the time, it seems, let's look at a bird's foot. Now birds, I think, have 4. Yeah. So is he supposed to be part bird?
Mm.
Pretty sure I bought both of these kits. Man.
The mini Godzilla.
Yeah, bats have 5 bones in their
Yeah,
Birds only have like 3 kind of finger things in their wings.
that is true. Alfredo like pointed out, Colt 2099 has the hairy back.
Maybe want him to make like bird like.
Yeah, he's got a hairy back. That's creepy looking. So he's got to be what? Is he a mammal then?
Oh, it's been like 30 years since I read that book.
They are like people mammals, so yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah, like I'm a mammal, you're a mammal. We got hair. Are there any hairy lizards out there? I don't know if I want to look that up on there.
And some of us got hairy backs too. So yeah,
We'll pass on that.
it's a good call.
Yeah, it's demonetized.
Sorry about that. I was just trying to figure out if there was such a thing as a hairy lizard. It was a quest for knowledge. I didn't know that it would be subversed by, smut. But I guess I should have guessed.
Now we'll have our audience searching for hairy lizards.
Well, they're like, hey, I wonder.
Do any lizards have hair?
Well, some dinosaurs had hair, right? So
They had
Yes, sir.
feathers, I think.
yeah.
Uh,
The kind of raptor-looking
longer
dudes.
animals called reptiles. No kidding. Reptiles have scales on their body
You
hair
don't say.
instead of hair or feathers.
What? Yeah, for that, dude, I know.
Reptiles neither have fur nor feathers, but scales.
Do they though?
The common ancestors between dinosaurs and reptiles didn't have feathers.
Can you confirm this, or?
Feathers were a feature that developed after they split. And it only developed in dinosaurs. Note that birds, which are descendants from dinosaurs, do have feathers. No kidding.
And they're very tasty.
Some of them. Some of them are foul.
Did there?
I don't. You've been a lovely audience this evening. Thank you very much.
I cannot find this piece, man. I know. Screw it. Screw it.
No. There are no hairy lizards. Sorry.
You had to go search.
You're on the wrong side of the internet. I'm sure there are some hairy lizards.
Only mammals have hair or fur. That's what I have found. So that means he's got to be a mammal. Which means he should probably have like 5 toes and fingers. And people would be like, but he's a mutant. Okay, well.
Beauty. You guys gotta watch that, man. Speaking of mutants, you guys have to watch it. I want to talk about it.
There you go.
Hey, you should not be showing off hairy lizards on the live stream.
It's a cryptid today. It's not real.
Yeah. I know. The internet told me there's no such thing as a hairy lizard.
Can explain this one with bunny ears.
I saw it on the internet. It has to be real.
All right, explain that one then.
Somebody got funny with the glue or the Photoshop. All right. Does he need a bunch of stuff sticking off the side of his armrests? Or does it look better, nice and clean and smooth?
Oh, man. Don't drive me crazy. There you are. That's good. I don't know if I had that many Leon Kennedy head sculpts.
Hairy lizard people. You know, the Clicker Express mascot should be the hairy lizard. Naval Health said like XB97 was pretty good. Like,
Yes, it is great, man.
it's killing Token not to talk about it because we haven't watched it yet.
It's killing it. It's so good. I don't want to talk about it.
It's probably going to be a while before I have the opportunity.
Ah, come on, man. It's so good. It's so good.
You know when I can watch it? I'll be able to watch it in July.
July? Holy crap, man.
That's probably when I'll have time to sit down and watch it.
Jeez.
And then I'll watch it in like a day or two.
There are only 2 episodes out right now.
It'll be like a total binge.
They're 30-minute episodes.
Da Kung Fu Po says your version of Throne is way better.
Yeah.
I mean, when I print it, it'll actually print solidly and
As
not fall
one
apart.
piece.
It won't fall apart. And I like, here's what I like. So when you're talking about design stuff, one of the design elements is repetition. So like when you go through, right? So repetition. Here we have some repetition. That's not bad. I mean, he's got a lot of good stuff going on here, but there are places where he could have added repetition. Like, see this grid here? Or this grill over here? He's got this thing sticking out off the back of it. That's a nice little detail, right? But then he's got this grill on the front here that are similar, but he could have done this so that there's more similarities and thus more repetition, so that when you look at these different parts, even though you're not seeing them at the same time because you know this other one here and this one is here, it still holds the design better together because it repeats those elements in different areas throughout these. In my opinion. Also, my hand pad makes more sense than it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually ergonomic.
Well, and this has some roundness to the top of these, whereas these were just straight up flat. Which, you know, I don't know. And then he didn't have anything on the bottom, so I figured maybe add some repulsors. I'll probably make a stand for it too, so that it's not just sitting on the repulsors on the ground. Because it's supposed to be a space throne.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's supposed to float around.
You got any
gotta
cup
have
holder?
Does he have a cup holder?
It's got a cup holder.
Thanos probably has like some kind of floating minion that comes and brings him his cup. I guess if he's not like driving around with it, he could probably set his cup on there.
Or maybe he has one of those boosters on a coaster and it just floats beside the throne.
Space coaster.
Yeah.
on the space coaster.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this stuff on the side is too busy. Like there's just too much.
There's lines and squares. I mean, that's really Jack Kirby though. So
yeah, but it's really busy.
Thor Anacosta is asking on Storm Collectibles Doomsday and the McFarlane Atom Smasher Mega Figs. Is there a mixture of plastic rubber on those figures?
Yep.
The paint I use will use a flake off. Still flake off.
There's definitely soft plastic on.
Yeah, on both of those.
Rubber. Especially on Storm, man. The entire like chest areas, man. That rubber.
Yeah, their torsos are basically like PVC, just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of weirds me out a little bit.
What, the torsos?
Like a squishy torso on a figure.
Yeah.
The squishy boobs on figures.
That weirds me out too.
When I think of like a softer plastic, what we were talking about on the thing we were doing is like on this. It is still firm, but it's soft enough where you can heat and pop it off. Not like hollow super PVC. This is what I was referring to. This kind of plastic.
Still firm.
Yeah, they're firm. Honk, honk.
Good night, everybody.
We're at the 3-hour mark, so it's about time anyway.
People are getting a little silly.
But yeah, I like. Well, it'd be kind of cool though if you work in like keep it softer material, and they'll still work in a butterfly joint. Maybe like working popping like heat and popping in the butterfly joint, and still have the softer material where you can heat and pop, make stuff like customizable.
Yeah, I was talking to Christina Cruz on Instagram, and she was asking about soft resins that are kind of similar to like Marvel Legends plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you know any of those.
Like 3D printing resins?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I know Reza 1 has some pretty good flex resins, but I'm not sure how. Those are expensive too, man.
Yeah, they are expensive. So this one is I bought some of this once and it was absolutely great. But it's F69 and it's nice and flexible, works really well, but you can see it's expensive for 1K. It is.
I bought this. Let me grab this bottle. I bought this bottle.
$80. You know, after everything. So
I bought this bottle.
Yeah, that's.
I haven't even opened it yet. Let me see. I haven't tried this stuff yet, but it's from a company called 3D Materials. Super Flex.
I haven't tried that.
Yeah, it was like $20. I want to say.
Yeah, but this stuff
the
I've
reviews
tried.
are pretty good. So
this stuff I've tried and I like it a lot.
Yeah,
it really, like that head that I sent you, the scalloped potatoes head.
Yeah,
has the majority of that is that resin.
Oh, okay.
And it has a little bit of flex to it. Don't try to flex it too much, because if it snaps,
yeah, well,
it'll be sad. But I don't think it will. But.
It had like an issue too, like where when I got it, there's a hole. There's a hole right here. It went all the way through.
Yeah, that was a printing error, which is why you got 2 heads.
Why are they different sizes?
Huh?
They're 2 different sizes.
Yeah, but you know, that stuff's $80 a bottle.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's expensive, man.
And the smaller one's only slightly smaller.
It's small enough where I didn't want to use it.
You just have to fix the small printing error.
Yeah, I remember I bought like a
It's already,
when I was
it's already fixed, and I re-sculpted back the head. So
I was trying to use a flexible resin to do like armor and stuff, and I bought a bottle of the tenacious.
Oh, I would assume that didn't work too well.
Yeah, I just blew through the entire bottle, and I was so upset because it was expensive.
Yeah, were you able to get an armor piece that printed well
Nope.
and was functional?
They all failed.
Yeah. So I worked with Tenacious a couple times, and what I found is that you have to increase the exposure time a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like significantly. And then hope to God that it doesn't stick to your FEP instead of your build plate. And then you have to hope that you have it cured enough, because it seems to sit, like if it sits in the thing, it's like it melts itself, and then you end up with weird. Yeah, the Tenacious I find is tricky to work with, so I always mix it with other resin. Other 3D print resin, because
I saw like some people recommend mixing it with other resins.
Yeah, well, and it's expensive too.
Yeah,
but on its own, I always find that it's temperamental. So
my go-to is the Anycubic UV tough resin. That's my go-to.
I think I got some of that, the tough gray.
Yeah, that's my go-to, and it's always on sale too.
Yeah, I haven't printed with it yet. It's a new bottle. It's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, it's really good resin. And I actually use I use the settings for what's the brand? I can't remember the brand, but I use the settings for another resin, and I've never had issues with it.
Yeah. And how flexible is it once you've printed it?
Let me see. I'll grab a piece for you.
Yeah, I bought some, but I haven't given it a whirl yet.
So I printed a Mumra, and it's got a bunch of like the bandages hanging from his costume. So that's like one of them. That's like super thin. And that's how much it flexes.
Oh wow,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you printed any heads with it?
Yes, I printed quite a few actually.
Do they pop on and off nice?
I mean, you have to like Dremel them a little bit, but yeah, there's a little work they pop on pretty well. Let me see.
That might be more of the sculpt as opposed to the actual resin.
I've been printing like a bunch of like Mythic Legions style stuff.
All right, guys, we're past the 3-hour mark, so I think it's time to call it a night.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh, absolutely, sir.
Even
Always great getting to talk to both of you.
Hairy lizards.
It's cat too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, whiskers are durable.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good resin, man. And it's not terrible pricing too. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, by comparison to the Tenacious can get kind of expensive.
Yes.
And that F69 is really nice, but is really expensive.
Yeah. I'm not gonna mess with the resin. I'm not
We'll
gonna
get one more
stuff.
family for that.
Family.
That's to close us out for tonight. And everybody in the chat, again, thank you for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. We got the toy news tomorrow night with the Collector Fusion. And next Friday on Collector Fusion, we're going to have Jeremy from Spiro Toys. It's going to be really cool. And so we'll see y'all next time.
All right, take care.
All right, folks.
Later.